Welcome to Life in Times of Kiddo. I am your host, Jay Kiddo, and in today's discussion, I want to discuss how things get settled out for you in odd ways. And I've spoken about this before. Like, there's times where you might be feeling a certain way about things, and things just don't seem to align the way you need them to align, or you're not really in the space of what you want things to be. And there's always this thing that kind of puts you in the place that you're supposed to be in. And what I mean by that is, again, my daughter has this way about coming to me with issues. And I don't know that it's a way, right? It's just things that happen to her. So she has this way of coming to me with her own issues and her own things, and trying to figure out her place and trying to figure out how she handles certain things. And for whatever reason, it turns out to be that the advice I'm giving her is the advice that I should be taking, and it becomes eye-opening, which is wild, right? And it becomes something that you start to realize what you're doing, what you feel strongly about, what you want to obtain and sustain, and what you want to put into the world that's good is what you should be doing. At least in my instance. I'm not trying to, I'm not starting a revolution, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to, tear down governments. I just want to put good into the world. And sometimes I question that. Sometimes I question if it's relevant. Sometimes I question if I should be doing it. And it turns out that yes, you should. Because again, she has this way of bringing things to me and opening my eyes and learning and knowing that this is it. This is, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're called to do. And again, I find myself in these places that I feel I feel down, sometimes depressed. It's not always depression, but I feel down sometimes, and sometimes, yes, I do feel depression. Sometimes I get into those spaces. But, the end result is you're doing what you're called to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And no one ever said that doing what you're supposed to do or doing what you're called to do is going to be easy. It's going to be hard. And, even if you look at biblically, right? Anybody that was called to do something never had it easy, right? I mean, you got people that were getting executed. You got people that were imprisoned. It's not easy, and you're going to fall short, and you're going to find those pitfalls and those things that are just going to be like, man, should I be doing this? No one's listening. No one cares, right? It doesn't really matter. Because it doesn't matter if anybody's seeing it right now. It doesn't matter if anybody's looking at it. But somebody does need it. So you got to do it. Because somebody needs what you have to offer. And that's really empowering, man. That's when you think about that, and then you think about how things fall in line when you're feeling down, when you have that one person that seems to come to your rescue every time. And it just so happens to be my youngest daughter, actually. She comes to my rescue every time to settle things out, to put things in place, to make me realize that I should be doing this. The advice I'm giving her is the same advice that I should be taking, and I should be doing this. That's huge, man. And again, I try to make sure all the videos that I do are different. But these are daily things that happen. A lot of things are reoccurring all the time. So I'm being foolish in thinking that I can do something different every time. You try to do things as different as you can, but life is a lot of regular occurrences. And that's kind of what's going on. Like, I have these regular occurrences. I have these regular things. And let's be realistic. Let's talk about those regular things. Even if it's the same video 5 videos ago, it's a reoccurrence. And let's discuss that. Anyway, that's all I got. Do what you do. Do it well. Do it the best way you know how. Jay Kiddo. Peace.